Honestly, it's been a lot smoother for me this year. I mean, year one, battle just not playing very much. Year two, ups and downs all year. This year, I've been on the roster, but sometimes the first few games I didn't play, and then I was back up playing special teams to start, and then back up. So I mean, it's been tough, but at the same time, when you go into the game or go into the week with the mindset of I'm gonna prepare like a starter, it just makes the week so much easier, so much smoother. And then when my number is called, it's no lag. We just saying when we run it.
The Next Man Up podcast is presented by Lansdowne Resort. From kickoff to check-in, score a game-changing getaway in the heart of Loudoun. Lansdowne Resort, proud partner of the Washington Commanders.
Commanders family, welcome into Next Man Up. I'm your host, Brian Colbert Jr., and you can see we out here in the elements, but we also out here at Real Madrid out here in Spain. I'm here with our Next Man Up, Chris Rodriguez, my brother. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. I know this is not normal, us doing the whole stand and joining all this stuff, but man, I appreciate you taking the time. Man, how's it been so far? Y'all just got done with walkthroughs.
It's cool. It's cool. It's starting to rain a little bit, but other than that, man, it's been cool. Been enjoying the city. Hopefully I can get out and explore a little bit, but we'll find out. We'll see.
Have you been to Spain before?
I have not. This is my first time. This is actually my second time leaving the country.
Are you serious? When was the first time you left the country?
This off season, I went to Jamaica with my wife.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, bro.
Cool, man. It was dope.
So how have you liked it so far? I know it's been business. I know this is a business trip, and y'all been getting after it, man. But how has it been just being out in a new area?
It's good, man. I feel like being out here, we get that extra little time with some of the brothers, some of the team, and just getting out and just talking and vibing. So that's been a good part of it. I know we have another dinner with the running backs Friday, but man, it's honestly been a blessing, man. It's been fun.
Because in your 3 years here, you guys haven't got to do anything like this. So how beneficial has it been getting that extra camaraderie? Because everybody that we spoke to said the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's very beneficial, I think. sometimes, especially going through like this little drought that we're going through, I think it's huge. You get to hang out with people that you usually wouldn't back home, So I think it's big for us, and I think going into the game or going into this week and the rest of the year, it's going to be very beneficial for us.
Have you felt any trouble adjusting? Being in a new time zone, man, being in a new spot, there's so much going on, man. It's probably be kind of hard to lock in.
Man, first off, adjusting. Sleep is
I ain't
crazy.
got no sleep.
No sleep. And I'm texting my wife, and, she's just waking up, and it's like 3 o'clock. I'm like, I'm about to get ready to go to bed in a little bit. So that's been the hardest part, is the sleep part of it. Other than that, I mean, just getting used to the city, moving around without maps, or I guess you have to use it, but moving around without the maps and just exploring.
Yeah, man, that's dope. And Chris, I don't know if there's anybody on the squad that really embodies that next man up mantra than you, right? I mean, we've talked the last 3 years. It's been so many ups and downs for you, man. But every time your number's called, you rise to the occasion, man. How has it been in year 3 for Chris Rodriguez?
Honestly, it's been a lot smoother for me this year. I mean, year one, battle just not playing very much. Year two, ups and downs all year. This year, I've been on the roster, but sometimes the first few games I didn't play, and then I was back up playing special teams to start, and then back up. So I mean, it's been tough, but at the same time, when you go into the game or go into the week with the mindset of I'm gonna prepare like a starter, it just makes the week so much easier, so much smoother. And then when my number is called, it's no lag. We just saying when we run it.
And that's easier said than done, right? Because you're a young man, right? It's hard to not have consistency, right? And not knowing that. How have you find ways to deal with it? Because there's other young guys, right, that are dealing with the same type thing. Guys that are younger than you, which is kind of crazy to think.
For sure.
You in year 3, we got rookies here, man. How have you adjusted to all that?
Man, just like I said, preparation, man. Talking to some of the older guys like Terry, Zach, Frankie, and the main thing that they harped on is just like, what is your routine like? So for me, just having a routine going into every week, whether it's, what do I want to review this week, what do I want to work on this week. And I think DQ helps us a lot with that, with our practice schedule. He gives us that extra 5 minutes to work on stuff. But as far as routine, man, it's just getting that routine it's helped me a lot. It helps me prepare like I'm a starter.
Has the routine been affected by being on the road for a whole week? I got to imagine it does, right? Like, how do you deal with that?
Honestly, not really.
Yeah.
I think you kind of adjust your routine. It doesn't really mess it up. You just makes little tweaks and adjust it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're out here, man, you got the last 2 games, getting some touchdowns, man, getting some carries. Like you said, it's been up and down a little bit. You never know kind of what amount of carries you're getting. But it seems like lately they've been leaning on you a lot. Seems like Cliff's been calling your number a lot, man. How much does that mean to you to have the confidence from Cliff and his staff?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot, you know. Like we said, like on the past, like the past is the past, but at the same time, when I'm here and, you know, Cliff's calling my name or calling my number, it shows that they believe in me. It shows that they are confident in me. So it makes me feel good about myself going out there running these plays. And especially when you got like somebody in there like Marcus, you know, it shows that he has trust in me as well. But man, it's been a ride, and I'm excited to be here.
It's definitely been a ride, man. I'm always rooting for you, man, whenever you're getting off. And you mentioned Marcus, man.
Yeah.
It's not every day where you have a backup quarterback that is just as talented as any other starter in the NFL, but he's been able to do that. And he's been able to step up for us big. What has it been like watching a guy like Marcus Mariota, who has had an historic career from college to the NFL, man? I got to imagine you're learning a lot.
For sure. I mean, just to talk about his college career, man, I was a big fan of Marcus. He's one of the reasons I wanted to go to Oregon, especially with the uniforms and stuff. But, man, you know, when I say I prepare like I'm a starter, he is the definition of that. You know, he's in super early, getting treatment, he's doing walkthroughs. He texts me like, hey, like we're doing a walkthrough at whatever time it is in the morning. I want you to be there. Or he said, you tell the guys to be there. And we walk through it. And even when Five was in, and when we would do a walkthrough, Marcus would be in the back, getting every play, getting every rep. Wow. He's telling me like, yo, like this is the protection. This is what we're gonna do. So he's helping me prepare. And man, he's a great dude, honestly, and I appreciate him more than he knows.
That's crazy to set the standard like that as a backup quarterback. But we've seen it. We've seen it in real time. And now you get to set the standard because we have a young guy in Bill who's out here running, man. He was in your position at one point being a rookie running back, man. What has it been like being able to play with Bill, being able to look out for Bill and kind of teach him some of the things you've learned along the way as well?
Man, honestly, from the jump, watching Bill play, he's way ahead than I was when I was a rookie. I tell him that.
Wow.
I went back and watched one of my games, and I'm like, man, if it was between me and Bill, I don't know.
Would have been over.
It would have been over, dog. He's man, he's so smart, and he's elusive. He has all the aspects and perks that you want as a running back. It's just like the little things that, you know, I like had to tell him like early, like, yo, like, you know, body language, you know, just fix that, man. You're gonna be good. Like, you're a great running back, you know, but don't be out there looking tired, like to the coaches. I know you're not tired. You get up, he just looks at the sideline like, hey, you going, man. You good. Don't look over here. So, man, Bill, he's a phenomenal athlete, and I think he's going to be great in this league. You keep working, man. Yeah,
it's been dope to see the running back by committee because it seems like all you guys bring a different thing. Even McNichols brings a veteran leadership, man. It's been so dope to see. And now y'all get to make history, man. Y'all are going to be the first NFL teams, you and Miami Dolphins, to play a football game in Spain, man.
Yeah.
Has that hit you, how heavy that is, like how important that is, man? Not every day you get to be a part of NFL history.
Yeah. Honestly, it hasn't hit me yet. I don't think it's going to hit me till we get on the field and touch the grass. But honestly, it's a tremendous opportunity. You know, I feel like me and the rest of the team, we're going to take full advantage of that. And I think we're all excited for it. So.
Yeah. And for the Spanish fans that are watching right now, the ones that maybe didn't grow up watching the NFL, this is a game you love. This is a game I love, man. What do you want the fans that are getting to experience the NFL for the first time to take away from the game on Sunday? I know that's a heavy question.
Yeah, man, honestly, first thought, just to feel the energy. You know, I feel like, I know in soccer or football is what they call it. They play with a lot of passion. But I feel like, you know, as NFL athletes, man, we're out there, we're hitting. You feel the energy from the very first play. It's like kickoff. We preach it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just feeling the energy and getting into the game, I feel like it'll be fun.
I can tell how excited you are, man. I'm going to let you get going because I know you guys got to go practice. Last question, though. All year, the Commander fans have showed up and showed out for us, whether we're at home, whether on the road. And it's wild to see the amount of fans that spent their money to pull up to Spain to come make that arena burgundy and gold, man. Give a message to the fans on what they can expect, not only from C-Rob, but from this whole team when y'all take on the Miami Dolphins.
I mean, obviously, you know, we're going to go out there and play hard, but you can expect us to go out there and play as a unit, you know, as a team. You know, I feel like with DQ coming out here, that's one thing that we kind of preached about, is getting out here and spending time with your brother and, you know, wanting to go to battle with him. So I feel like just to let everybody know, we're going to go out there and play together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they're playing that Commanders football, man. Commanders family. Our next man, my man, stood out here in the rain with us. Yes, Chris Rodriguez. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Commanders family, we hope you have been enjoying Next Man Up. But before we go any further, we have to pay some bills. Now, Events DC is a proud partner of the Washington Commanders. Events DC is the premier host of meetings, entertainment, sporting, and cultural events in the nation's capital. From the Walter E. Washington Convention Center to Care First Arena, we create experiences that entertain, employ, serve as an economic engine, and elevate guests from around the world. See how we make DC happen at eventsdc.com. Hey, Marylanders. Play multi-match from the Maryland Lottery, Maryland's only in-state jackpot game. A $2 ticket gives you a chance to win a jackpot starting at $500,000. Drawings Mondays and Thursdays. And remember, please play responsibly. They say your work defines who you are. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, you are clocking in. But what happens on the weekend? What happens to your time? You could take it easy, or you could use your time to get better. In the U.S. Army, we think differently. Your time should be used to improve the skills you do have, to learn some you don't, to push yourself in new ways, because it's those days that truly define who you are. That's how you make progress. That's how you make impact on the world around you. It's your time. How you spend it is up to you. It's your time, the U.S. Army Reserve. Commanders family, back to the show. Commanders family, for our next man up, we got a legend right here, Shawn Springs. We out here in Madrid. Things are a little different. We're going to be standing for this interview, but I know you're ready for it.
Hey, I love it. We had the real Madrid facility.
It's crazy,
right?
man. This is nuts, man.
Unbelievable. The experience here is like, you think you know until you know. Like seeing this facility, being here in Spain and Madrid has been an unbelievable experience.
And in your playing career, you've gotten to play overseas a little bit. You've gotten to be able to spread football to countries that didn't have it.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've been in Madrid, the first time the NFL has played in Madrid. Man, how special is it for you to be a part of this?
Well, when I had a chance to play, we played in London, and obviously the teams have continued to play. I was with the Patriots, and we played Tampa and London, and I thought it was cool. And it was like a lot of different fans. They had all different type of jerseys, and they cheered the whole time. I don't think they sat down, right? But and now coming to Spain, it's interesting to see you driving down the street, you see the signs, and you're jading up on the poster,
crazy.
And people wearing jerseys already. I'm just so excited about the fact that the NFL is, we had a Berlin game this year, a London game this year, and now Madrid in Spain, where the people are just excited. They're taking pictures. They're like, football. And they know football here now. They know the soccer. They know Real Madrid. It's a little different. They know American football, and it's interesting to see how many people are recognizing, like, oh, you the Redskins, the Commanders, right?
Yeah, but you were a Redskin,
The Commanders, so I think I might have saw some old Redskins jerseys, but the Commanders now. But I'm just super excited for the NFL and what we're doing as far as the expansion of the league and the recognition all these players and teams are getting.
And what year did you say you played in London?
I think it was 2009 we played there.
2009. So when you go back to 2009, younger Shawn Springs, still young Shawn Springs, but a younger Shawn Springs, man. How was it staying locked in on football, man? You're traveling, you're away from your family, you're an hour's difference of your time zone, man. How hard is it to really lock in as a player?
Well, I think it was, it's always interesting because you're going somewhere unique. You're getting a little bit out of your routine, right? Because you don't have everything at your fingertips. So you got to set up. You got to get there. You got to get set up in the hotel. You got to get your routine down. But once you get your routine down, I think it was like one of those things where you're just like, man, this is a cool experience. Like, I know I'm here to play an international football game, but more importantly, we still got to win. And we got to do our job. And you got to be focused. But the thing I remember the most is the amount of time we spent together as a team. So we had events and things that we had to do. I think we went to a cricket game, or we might have went to another event when we were in London together. But it was just all about bonding. It was all about just us spending time together on a plane ride, right? You're talking about like a 6-7 hour, it's like a 7-hour plane ride, and we just spent a lot of time together.
When you talk about that camaraderie, and I look at this Commanders team, it seems like they could probably benefit from that, from getting some time away from the normal, trying some things new. Man, how valuable do you think this trip is, especially knowing that the bye week is following?
Yeah, and we've heard DQ talk about, when they went to Phoenix for a week, and he loved the experience of the guys to get away for a week. I like it because, one, we get a little, we have a few tough weeks, so it gets the team away from the noise. So now you get over here, you just focus, people are excited, You don't have to hear the everyday ESPN noise. I don't even think it's on the TV.
It's not. It's
Right.
not in our language if it is.
Not in our language. If they're talking bad about you in Spanish,
They don't know.
You don't know. So you get away from the noise, and you just really get to be around your guys, and it's just like one of those things. It's like it's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's refreshing. Now, of course, you know, it's a beautiful city, and like I said, sightseeing and things to do, but it's all about what do we do to prepare for the Miami Dolphins. And that's what the guys are focused on, and I think they will continue to be focused.
When you were back here playing in London,
Yep.
did you understand the gravity of what you were doing? Because, again, we've spoken about it, being able to bring a sport to a country,
Right.
being able to show you, being the first taste. You might have been people's only
Right.
view of the NFL at that point. Did you understand how heavy that was at the moment?
I don't think I did. I think, you know, and I know there were other teams who went to Japan and played. Well, you know what? That's not true. When I was in Seattle preseason, we played in Vancouver. So,
Oh, okay.
But that felt like a home game for the Seahawks.
For sure, because y'all know us. Yeah.
Because we were pretty close. But I didn't think I realized, you know, that this is an opportunity to show the world something unique and different. Football is some grown men, big giants, and a couple, like B-Man said, a couple small guys, and a beautiful sport that's a little more barbaric than you might be used to. But if you understand the strategy, and you can see that plays are being ran, and you get to see that there's some talented people out there, whether they're blocking, tackling, catching, throwing, or whatever, it's like one of those things. It's like first time you see that live and in person and get to experience that, it's a life changer. And I hope that that's what happens here in Madrid. Some of the people here in this country of Spain get to see what we call American football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I love your vantage point because you, unlike any of the other guys we have on our staff, you are a legacy football player.
Yeah.
Football has been in your life since you probably can remember. Do you remember your first introduction into football? Because I'm sure they handed it to you as soon as you was a baby. But we don't remember them times, right? Do you remember when you fell in love with football?
Well, I think I fell in love with football probably because my dad and my mom had me pretty young in high school. So I do remember being like 3 or 4 years old, going to a Ohio State game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I just have an Ohio State jersey. But I think when I fell in love with football, it's like, it was nothing cooler than going to the locker room with my dad, man.
Yeah.
And seeing those guys. And at home, he was my dad. But in the locker room, I got to see the guys who I thought were my uncles, like Tony Dorsett, Ed Too Tall Jones, Drew Pearson, Roger Staubach, Danny White, all those Cowboy legends. Don't hurt me out there, Redskins fans. But I grew up in that, you know, with Tom Landry and all those guys, Mike Dicker names come to mind. And I was just so in awe of these, like, they're like superheroes to me.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with the fact that, man, I would love to grow up and be one of, like, my uncle or my dad. You know?
Did your pops, in those moments, did your pops tell you, like, hey, this is your future right here? Or did he keep it pretty chill?
You know what, man? My dad never talked about football with me till as I get older, but he was more focused on, like, hey, man, just be normal. Play in high school, but he was always on me about grades and different things. And I asked him years later why was that. He was like, you were around it. I could see as a little boy, I would take you to the Jack Lambert football camp. You were catching the ball. You were always outside running back and forth. So I knew you loved football. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that I didn't want you to feel that pressure. Yeah. I wanted you just to live life and enjoy it and have fun. And if your life took you to becoming a football player, then that so be it.
Did that mindset from him kind of help you keep your love for football? Because a lot of times, man, when you're in it from jump, right? When you've been doing it your entire life, it's easy to be like, you know what? I want to try something, especially as young men. Sometimes we go a pivot and go different than what our dads did. Did that not having that pressure of your dad expecting you to be an NFL player help you out?
Yeah, I think it helped out a lot. And another thing for me, I was small, then I kind of grew into my height and skill. And once I kind of got to the point where I could run really fast, jump really high, I knew at that point that was a gift from God. So I never took football as for granted, right? Because I was just like, man, I'm just fortunate to be fast, strong, big. And I just wanted to make sure that I appreciated that the fact that I was blessed with unnatural ability and talents that carried over and made me excel in football. And I wanted to make sure that every time I got the opportunity to go out there, I didn't take it for granted, man. Yeah. I know it was hard, brother. I didn't take it for granted.
And you clearly don't, because even through your entire life, probably the minute you were born, probably touched some type of football. And now you're still working in football, but in a different realm, right? You're on TV now. You work with us. You do things at other places, man. Why has that been important to you? Because you've done it all, right?
Yeah.
You could have just said goodbye to the game. Why has it been important for you to stick next to the game?
Well, I think it's important because I really appreciate the Washington fan base and the Commanders organization. I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area. Although my dad played for the Cowboys, I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area. And I saw that respect over the years. So I love still being a part of it. Obviously, I do a lot of business. I wish I could do more.
You're a busy man.
I got like 4 or 5 companies right now that I run and things I do. But it's more about like, I really enjoy it. I get to hang out with you, man.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro.
So we do have a team, and all the media team that makes this possible for us to be able to come to Madrid, cover the stories, cover the teams. It's fun. It gives me that little bit of itch of like, hey, camaraderie and teamwork.
And I know you get excited watching our guys, especially our secondary. Man, we have had some big injuries. Trey Amos on injured reserve now. Marshawn Lattimore on injured reserve now. Will Harris, man, we expected him to be back at practice maybe soon. When you look at this secondary and it's banged up like that, you've been a part of some really great secondaries, man. How important is it for those guys that haven't even gotten a rep yet, haven't even got to be on that field yet, to step up in moments like this where you are just depleted across the board?
Yeah, this is the moment that legends are made, right?
Amen, yeah.
This is the moment when, you come into the NFL, everybody, whether you're first team or third team, you're excited about being in the league. And this is something that all your life since a little boy we talked about, you probably dedicated your life to becoming a professional athlete. Now, it doesn't always work out that you're a starter as soon as you get in there, and your journey may be a little different from mine, where I was drafted day one, I'm a starter. But if you get the opportunity to play, wasn't expecting it, but now you got the opportunity. You got to go out there and you got to put in the work. You got to put in that same mindset that you had that led you to that point where you were a star in college, probably a star in high school. So you got to put in that work. So what I expect is some of these guys, INGLE-GAME, who played great when he came last year, he's going to probably continue to play more this year.
Mikey
Sanders-Still,
Jonathan Jones, Hamilton is a guy that we saw play in preseason. Now he's going to get some reps and do special teams. So these guys, when I say the moment legends are made, hey, man, this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
Because the NFL is going to see you. So somebody's going to say, you know what? That kid can play. Mm-hmm. He might not be the starter next year when the team was back healthy, but guess what? I like him. Or Adams is saying, hey, man, I like this team. DQ is saying, we like this guy. He came in there for us, so we love that, man.
And we saw Noah do that, right? Like they bring Noah in and he gets that love and they keep him on. So there's a lot of gravity to this game, right? It's not just that we're in Madrid. It's not just we're in a different time zone. We understand that almost every game feels like a must-win game at this point, especially because of all the things we've been going through. Headed into the bye week, how important is it to go out there against Miami and show that not only we could beat them, but that we're a better team?
It's interesting because coming to this game, there's 2 teams, the same record, but it feels way different. It feels way different. It feels like, why are we here? Obviously, and that's because a lot of it was because of injury, and we just haven't been playing well. But we understand we have these pieces. We know we have Jaden. We got our quarterback of the future. We know that we have some pieces in place. We know Terry is going to be with us for a while, and we know that we got Trey Amos to come back. So we have some pieces. In Miami, going into this game or going into until they beat Buffalo, we would have said, hey, man,
this should be one. This should be one of the ones for us, right?
This should be one of the ones for us. But that just goes to show you how quickly it can change in the NFL.
Yes.
That Miami Dolphins team, led by A-Chain, those guys beat a pretty good Buffalo team the week before that played Kansas City. That Buffalo Bills played Kansas City and beat those guys. We thought they were the next Super Bowl team, and then guess what? They lose to Miami. So this goes to show you that each week is different, and you got to put the past behind you, and you have to go into that week like, they got some players. We got to perform.
And a win would mean so much more. And as we wrap, Shawn.
Right.
You just got here. However, I'm sure you saw. You mentioned the signs. Man. You mentioned the fans. It's wild to see the way our fans have shown up and shown out every single where we go.
They come now, to see you, BC.
Now I don't know about me. They heard Shawn Springs was in town, and they said, you know what? Let me pull up for this one. Traveling all the way to Europe, man. Coming out to Spain, man. We have fan rallies out here, bro. How dope is that for somebody that is literally bled burgundy and gold to see that tradition still going?
Hey, that's the love that the fan base, our fan base has for this organization. They'll travel to Egypt if they had to watch us play.
That'd be a fun trip.
It would be a fun trip. We put that on the schedule for the NFL. I love the fact that, and I think it's good for the fans. Obviously, we love our home games, our fan base, and it's been tough. I think this is a nice break for everybody.
Yes.
Now, the fans get to enjoy it a little more than the players, right? But I'm glad they showed up. I'm glad they showed because we're going to need it. And I'm excited to see the folks still encouraged about the team because the season's not lost.
It's not.
Some people, those pundits on the outsides may say, hey, the season's over for the Commanders. We don't believe that. There's no one in our locker room that believes that, and hopefully our fan base does believe that.
And our fan base is going to rock with us, the best fans in the NFL, our burgundy and gold fans. If you pulled up to Madrid, we appreciate you for coming, but if not and you're watching at home, we have content for you all week long with the Washington legend, Shawn Springs, my God. We stood here, did a whole interview, my brother. Hey, this is Next Man Up. I'm your host, Brian Cole Jr. Commanders family, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Next Man Up. Remember, you can stream all of the Next Man Up episodes right now on the Commanders YouTube page or the audio wherever you get your podcast. Thank you so much for supporting the Next Man Up podcast. You've allowed us to be nominated for not one, but 2 People's Choice Podcast Awards, Best Male Hosted and Best Black Male Hosted Podcast. And that's all because of the best fans in the NFL. I appreciate y'all so much for supporting us. It's crazy to think we're already in season 3 of Next Man Up, and we have a lot more to go. So make sure to subscribe to the Commanders YouTube page so you don't miss any of our content. I'm Brian Cole Jr., and this is Next Man Up.
This show was filmed at the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world, proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and its fans.